All right, where were we? What were we doing?
You're about to let us go with all the treasure in this dungeon?
That's cool. Are we waiting for McDohl to get back?
I'm back.
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the end
Sorry, I
of
was
the
snaggling.
Displacer Beast's turn, to my understanding.
It's correct. So we're going to bring it back in on Gus.
Joke. Brick, that was a joke, I think. Oh, is it actually the end
Yeah,
of
it's
the
my
You're
turn.
right.
Yeah, they all use their action to bamf away.
Okay.
That was a good joke, though. I liked it.
I liked it.
So, I don't really know anything that's going on. How long does haste last?
You heard the BAMF thing.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
everybody heard the bamfing.
Is it a similar or more?
It's
is
the
it a
same
similar
bamf as you heard a bunch of times previously while you were fighting the cats.
when I summon my weapons.
Oh
Is
no,
it
same bamf.
Okay, cool.
All bamfs are identical. There's
So
no
10.
variance in the bamf.
15, 20,
Haste was a
25,
concentration spell,
30,
so like concentration up, you have haste.
35, 40, 45, 60.
Up to a minute. I lied. I've never played D&D before. Just ignore me.
No, that's fair.
You just can't concentrate.
All right.
So you're dashing to get up there?
Yes. I'm going to... So this is as far as I can get.
Okay.
I'm going to hold an action to hit...
Well, wait, didn't you just move 60?
Double
Yeah,
speed
I have-
for haste.
You have haste.
Yeah.
Oh, you're holding your action. Got it. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to hold my action to hit Displacer Beast that gets within range of me with Booming Blade.
Okay. So to be clear, when you ready an action with a spell,
Mm-hmm.
you're casting the spell and you use up the spell slot whether or not you trigger the action.
It's a cantrip.
Okay, then same thing applies, just you don't care.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's going to bring us to Lucius.
Dodge.
Good choice.
Alexander.
Ready in action to shoot the first Displacer Beast I see.
Okay. Yeah.
Training my gun on the upper levels.
And what about Scrappy?
Scrappy's just gonna improve our checkerboard formation. Scrappy's dodging.
Checkerboard formation. Okay. Florian.
Well, hold up.
What? No, I'm done with you. We had enough of you for one day. I can't see you up there. I'm down here looking at the action. I've got the screen just
All right,
zoomed out enough. Here.
We know where I am, but because I love you, Brick Raven.
Clearly, I don't.
Because I love you.
He did that to me so many times.
It's Birdie. That's why.
Yeah.
If you look at this, if you look at the stream right now, you can see I'm like zoomed in on the action, and I've got the initiative
I'm hearing
bar
echo.
on the side of the screen.
There.
So-
I'm hearing echo from somebody, and Burkroad is echoing.
Yeah, Brooker, that going.
Sorry.
It was kind of epic, though, not gonna lie.
Here, it's like a graph.
What's Seeker doing?
Seeker is going to... So it's 10 feet of movement or 20 feet to get up this ledge?
10 feet.
Oh, Brick Road is echoing on Brick Road. That's weird.
I'm going to
Yeah.
peek... I don't hear anyone echoing.
He's
I'm going to peek
activating
around the
witch
corner.
cat.
Okay, stop. Who's echoing?
You.
We're pretty
Okay.
sure you are.
I'm going to pause and
Yeah.
break everything and then fix everything. So I'll be right back.
I love it.
Okay. Do we still have a problem?
Nope. we're good.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Seeker,
Great.
go.
Love to hear it. All right, Seeker is going to come over here, and then if one of those guys bamps down amongst my companions, I am going to cast Toll the Dead on them.
Okay. Why is there a pink splotch here
Where?
on the initiative order?
Oh, because that's showing that there's a break in the numbers.
Oh my
before you
god,
reach
you're
me.
fired. Florian, you're up.
It's like a graph.
Can I see anything from here over?
Yeah, you can
Over-
see lots of sewers and walls, some stairs, this
over-
bridge.
over-
Yeah, you can see the Hunger of Hadar, pitch blackness that you can't see into.
Right, of course. All right.
Mhm.
This is fine. This is fine. This is all good. I am going to dodge.
Moving away from the party and dodging. Okay.
I'm not moving far away from the party, but I need to make sure Gus does not lose his haste.
This triggers Alexander's action, I believe.
16 on armor class.
16 does hit.
10 piercing damage.
Okay. And let's go ahead and attack Gus. Gus, I have an 8 to hit.
No.
Okay. None of my other guys can get quite that far. I don't think this triggers anybody's action, right? Up on top? Well, would have triggered Alex's, but Alex just used his.
Could Seeker not see that one?
Seeker specified down amongst his companions.
Okay.
Oh, this is actually only... I can get one of them here. And attack nobody. No, I can attack Gus or Scrappy. So I'll probably attack Gus again. Number 3. They're probably going to stack up on this ledge back here. Let's be safe. Yeah, let's give Gus one more. Gus, I have a natural 1. That's going to bring us to Gus's turn.
Okay. Gus is going to pull his spear out and chunk it at this guy.
Very good.
2 of violence.
You guys said you weren't bringing violence. Lucius was very clear.
I never said that.
Also, to
That-
be clear, we're already brought the violence.
these okay. I'm not using these dice. These 3 dice right here keep rolling less than 5, so I'm gonna steal this dice.
It's RNG. There's no such thing as luck. They're not weighted.
What's the opposite of the gambler's fallacy?
Okay, so they just changed the physics in Tabletop Simulator, so that could not be. That could actually not be true anymore. About them being weighted.
Maybe it wasn't true before, and it's true now.
Yeah. So I'm going to bonus action summon my spear back to my hand and throw it again.
No, you can't until you make the sound.
BAMF.
There you go.
There you go. That is a 19 to hit on this guy.
19 will hit.
Okay. That is 9 piercing damage.
9 piercing damage. And he uses his reaction to bamf away in a puff of smoke. Moving or staying put, Gus?
I'm staying right here.
Okay. Is that going to bring us to Lucius?
Yeah. So I think I'm going to drop that Hunger of Hadar for a new Hunger of Birdie. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
I don't know who Birdie is. Birdie doesn't exist in this campaign.
Because I think I'm going to drop another one. I think that would probably be... Oh, nope. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay.
I'm going to leave that one that was up there in place because it's still up for a few more turns.
Wait, what one that was up there?
The one that somebody erased.
No, it's my
for me.
fault. I erased it because he drew a new one. I'm an idiot.
I have
I
no
thought
idea.
I was
what's
being
going on.
helpful.
Sorry for being indecisive.
You're leaving the one down in the sewer. Is that correct?
Yeah, leaving that
But
one
it also
down.
covers the one square next to Alexander.
Yes.
'Cause it reached...
I'll make sure it's very
So, Lucius, what are you doing on your turn?
I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at that guy.
Do it.
Do it.
Why not?
there. That's damn near perfect.
That's
pretty good.
two. That's 2 circles plus this one. I don't know what this one is.
I only have a 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Oh, bully. 7 force damage.
And he uses his reaction to BAMF away. Lucius, moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Alexander.
I can see this one up on the ledge.
You sure can.
Let's go ahead and take a sharpshooter shot. That'll hit an armor class of 14.
14 does hit.
$23 damage.
Is that it?
Yeah. I got another attack, but that's it for that one.
Okay, so that one
second
is
attack.
going to BAMF.
Is he still there?
Nope.
Oh, that one bamfs. Yep.
Uses his
Second attack hits 13 on armor class.
13 does hit.
For 28 damage.
Okay. And that one's going to use its reaction as well.
I gain 5 temp HP at the start of my turn, and then Scrappy. I'm pretty happy with where. You know what? He's got movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 dash to here.
Keeping that checkerboard formation.
Yep.
All right. That's going to bring us to... Well, I thought Seeker was up here at like 25, but he's not there anymore, so I guess we're skipping him.
Skip down to where I am now, yeah. Alright, Seeker is going to pull out his quill and quickly sketch out the constellation of Taurus. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on this man.
Okay.
Using the influence of Algol. I'm going to need him to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Soul the Dead require line of sight.
Oh, is he not visible?
He is, but he's 2 floors above you and 20 feet back from the ledge.
Yeah. Fair.
Come join the checkerboard, Nodal.
I don't like the checkerboard. I fear the checkerboard, if I'm being completely honest.
I
But
do
if,
too.
if you're in this square, then in one place it shows up Scrappy attacks him, and in one place it shows up it's in the darkness.
It has reach, has 10 feet.
Well,
Can I... 10 feet to get up here?
20 to get up there.
20 feet. Can I see him from here?
Climbing up. If you can draw that line.
No.
You're going
What
through
if
this wall
I-
here.
Yeah. All the lines seem real bad, to be honest. Not a huge fan of any of these lines.
It's like
It's almost like this extremely bloodied monster. I put him in a spot where he couldn't be attacked easily.
I'm just going to hold that as an action.
So you're going to ready an
And
action.
I'm
do
going
what?
to ready an action, and I'm going to be targeting anything that appears in this area.
So on that second ledge where Scrappy is?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Florian. Are you still retreating?
So if I peek around the corner here,
Yep.
do I have a line of sight?
No, because he's well back away from the ledge.
Well back away from the ledge. There's nothing else to hit. Can't react to spell. Or caster. Well, I guess I'm gonna keep dodging.
Around the corner there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're good?
we're good.
All right, Florian, I've got a friend for you.
Of course you do. I'm dodging. Ha ha ha.
You are, but he was invisible when he attacked. I have a 14 to hit you.
Shield.
I'm going to shield that, okay?
Yeah.
And man's number 2, I believe this is going to trigger Seeker's held action.
He's going to need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
and we didn't see the one that attacked Florian up here.
He's around the corner from you guys.
No, I just meant we didn't see the token.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you can see him now.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Wisdom save?
Wisdom saving throw.
17.
That is a pass. He's good.
He's attacking Gus. Gus, I've got a 21 to hit.
That just hits.
for 9 points of bludgeoning damage
Hmm.
and 6 points of piercing damage.
Ow, that's a lot. I'm almost dead, guys, or unconscious.
If I just drag him over from off the table, can you guys see him fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gus.
Mm-hmm.
you're
Go ahead
almo-
and take disadvantage from deflect attack.
Very good. I have an 18 to hit, Gus.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. The last one does have to go down amongst you guys. The top of these stairs here. Lucius.
No.
Whoo! I have a 22 to hit.
Yeah, I guess I'll let that hit.
You'll let it hit?
Yeah.
It's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 4 of piercing.
5 and 4 is 9. Concentration's still good on Hadar.
Okay. And this guy up top bamps away. And that's going to bring us to... Well, there's no more green person. Gus, how you doing?
I got your back, Gus. Do your violence.
Okay. Well, this is a very bad place to be for me because I get one extra action around, don't I?
With haste, yes, until the spell
That is
drops.
correct.
And when the spell drops, it's very, very bad.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I'm going to use the extra action to disengage.
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Speed
Actually,
stealth.
yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just don't know which one I'm going to attack. Well, I've got to get up here too. I've got to get into attack range of 1. So we're going to. I'm going to. That one is not in range to hit anybody. Okay, no, it's in range. No, he's not. I'm going to booming blade that guy.
Very good.
Does a 17 hit?
Does indeed.
Okay, that is 7 bludgeoning damage and 1 thunder damage. And if he moves before the start of my next turn,
So
he
it's
takes 2d8.
7 plus 1.
Yes.
Okay.
And he takes 2d8 if he moves, basically, before my next turn.
Okay. And is that it for Gus?
No, I'm gonna hop back down and preserve the checkerboard.
The checkerboard must stand. That's going to bring us to Lucius.
The checkerboard will save us all, let me tell you. See, so you just hit this guy, yeah?
Yeah.
That one right there?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'm going to follow that up with an Eldritch Blast on that.
Okay.
I think Focus Fire is how we win the day here. Actually, I'm going to cast Hex on it. No, I'm not, because that would drop Hadar, and I want to keep Hadar up. So we don't need more bullshit coming after us.
The swamp thing climbs up out of the Hadar.
Yeah. It's going to be an 18 to hit
That'll hit.
with the E-Blast. 6.
6 points.
6 force damage.
Are you still level 4?
I'm level 5, but I'm just rolling like, oh.
I'm just asking because you're.
Yeah, you got 2 of those beams, buddy.
Yeah, second Eldritch Blast. Yay!
Should be on your character sheet.
I mean, it probably is. It's just it's been a while since I've looked at that particular thing. It's like, oh right, cantrips are a thing because it's not something that's immediately obvious.
I haven't looked at that character sheet since 1987, and I'm not about to start
14
now.
to hit 14 to hit on the second one.
That will hit.
8 force damage.
I'm so sorry, guys, about the pouring rain and the dog barking out there.
It's not that loud.
Okay.
The Lulu.
We can't hear the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, the barking is real quiet.
Very dog.
It's charming. Lucius, you blasting with 2 E-blasts. You don't shove him or anything, do you?
I don't have that yet.
Question. Does Booming Blade require voluntary movement, or is it
Yes.
any movement?
No, voluntary.
Voluntary. So E-blast does not trigger Booming Blade.
Right.
No,
Okay.
it does not.
Lucius, moving or staying put?
If I move, I'm eating the tax of opportunity, and I need to preserve all the hit points I can. So, yeah.
Alexander.
Alex pulls another vial of reagents and splashes it over Gus's wounds. That's 16 magical healing.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. That's the good stuff.
That's it for Alex. Scrappy's gonna take a swipe at this one.
Okay. To be clear, this is not the one everybody else was attacking. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, well, he'll... checkerboard, he can...
He can go anywhere he wants. These guys have a 10-foot range.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that misses anyway. It's a 9 on armor class.
9 does not hit.
I mean, it's fine if Scrappy does it because we've got 2 wizards who are not. They're not
Not
giving
checkerboard compliant.
They're not giving the checkerboard the proper respect.
Right.
Seeker, I think for once you actually don't have a monster on you, and it is your
I
turn.
don't. And I'm going to
Actually,
use
if you-
the Toll of Algol and force this guy to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay,
50.
It's going to be a 16.
What, are you kidding me? He's
No,
good.
sir.
that's what you get for using the toll of Al Gore.
Are you moving or...
Algol.
Did you say Toll of Al Gore?
You did.
I really hope
did.
Al Gore is not a constellation that Seeker recognizes. Are you moving or staying put?
I'm good here.
Does that deal heat damage or cold damage?
It's going to bring us to Florian.
Hate you all.
I just want you to know,
Yeah.
especially you, Brick Road.
Yes, sir.
I find this battle very vexing.
Okay.
Just want to throw. I want to throw that out there.
That's good news for me.
Yeah.
I did good.
No.
You did really good, son.
Are you just saying next there's like 4 smoke monsters between you and the rest of your party?
If I move here, can I get these 2 guys in a cone? If it, by any chance?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
You sure?
You kind of aim the cone at this corner, you're sending one half of the cone out the door, the other half along the wall.
All right.
And as far as I can tell, Lucius is standing like 25 feet away, so 15-foot cone looks good to me.
He resists fire, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine, yeah.
Yeah. Let's burning hands this way. Let's make it.
I said I resist fire.
So what kind of save are they making?
Dexterity. Oh. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
I have a 20 and a 13.
That is 1 pass and 1 fail.
Okay.
Did either of them look bloodied by any chance?
No. Not the ones down here.
Alright, let's make the one next to Lucius take the full brunt of this.
Okay. Burning Hands is half damage on a save, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
What? What? Why are they floating? What?
They do that now.
Don't worry about it.
It's they changed the physics with the last patch, so they do that now.
Everything's
Just-
broken forever, just roll with it.
They changed the physic.
3, 1, 3, 1, 3. So that is 11 fire damage.
And half if they pass.
Yeah, that was my big level spell.
So,
This is neat.
as you cast a spell requiring a dexterity saving throw, the hands fan out. The one that passes does not take any damage, does not get burned at all. The one that failed the save, parts of the creature phase into smoke as the flames burn past them. But the creature does look damaged from the spell, at least partially. Moving or staying put?
This battle vexes me, Rick Road. I'm vexed.
And it was this one by Lucius that took damage, is that correct?
That's
Yeah.
correct.
So he's going to use his reaction to BAMF away.
Yeah, let's see. This is not what I want to do, but because they're literally right next to me in the initiative, it's what I want.
Why?
That's my turn.
Okay, it's going to bring us to my bad guys, and we'll just start with the one that's now invisible next to Lucius. Lucius. I have a 21 to hit.
Yep.
It's going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
I'm sorry, 5 points of bludgeoning, 1 point of slashing from the tentacle.
Sure.
And Florian. I have a 9 to hit you.
Nope.
And Gus. I have a 10 to hit you. And a 24 to hit.
Go ahead and take disadvantage on the second one.
Okay. So that's going to turn that into an 11 to hit.
Okay.
And Seeker.
You do not have advantage to attack Seeker while invisible,
Why not?
because I am alert.
You're alert. So if you're so alert, why did you climb up there if you knew he was going to be there? Seeker, I've got a 10 to hit.
No.
That's the tentacle.
He's alert. He's not
slash.
presentient. Wait.
He wouldn't be much of a Seeker if he wasn't alert. Could you imagine an unalert Seeker? And they're all visible for once. By the way, Seeker, this one in front of you is badly bloodied and has been the whole fight. That's the one that hung back at first. And that's going to bring us to Gus.
Uh-huh.
Are you also vexed by this combat, Gus?
I'm less vexed now that I got 16 points of healing.
Okay.
I'm going to use my extra action to disengage.
Yeah.
I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit this guy.
Sure.
With just with my 2 regular attacks. That is a 19 to hit
That hits.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then
And that one is bloodied.
17 to hit
Also hits.
for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then
Putting that haste to work. How many more rounds does he have on haste?
Well, it's up for a minute, so.
So that's 10 combat rounds.
I think it's been 5 or 6.
Because you cast it while he was fighting the lady down here, as I recall.
Yep.
And that's going to bring us to Lucius.
5 more.
Okay. So
Trying to
he
wait
just
us out, smoke us out. Is that what's going on? Okay, I see what you're doing.
so he just bashed on that one. So I think.
Oh, it does use its reaction, by the way.
Well, thank you, Burkroad.
You're welcome. There's one around the corner up here. Like, there's no shortage of these cats.
I mean, trying to bring an end to some of these things because
I just watched Tiger King the other week. Like,
I am sick of this nickel and dime stuff. Is what I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at that.
at that,
Yeah, that whatever that.
that one. It's a big cat with tentacles coming out of its shoulder blades. What it
Yeah,
is.
well, it's about to eat an Eldritch Blast to the face.
Very
That
good.
is a 20 to hit.
Does hit.
8 force damage to it.
And it is bloodied.
Yeah, I have another one. More than 20 to hit.
Oh, roll that second E-Blast at disadvantage, though, because it's going to use his reaction.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, that's the lower of the rolls. That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Yeah, you're going to take 7 force damage for that second shot.
Very good. And are you moving or staying put? Breaking the checkerboard. I don't know, man.
I think that's the paradigm shift that we need in order to get this to turn in our favor.
Okay.
No,
Bold
I think
move.
the paradigm shift we need is everybody to come in on the checkerboard.
Alexander, you're up.
Let's go ahead and start off with a sharpshooter shot on that one.
Sure.
No, our paradigm shift needs to
That'll
be
hit
triple
a
threat.
15 on armor class.
15 does hit.
Come on,
26 magical piercing damage.
That's enough damage. That's pretty good. It is now bloodied.
Is it still there?
It is. Well, no, it's going to be invisible, but it's still technically there.
Okay, so BAMFs. So I've got a second shot. I can move to here. Can I get a sharpshooter on this guy? Ignoring cover?
If you can draw a line from your square to his square without clipping into this wall. Yes, because the door is open. Like a straight line, Destil.
Oh, I meant to get
use
the
your
other line.
pencil.
That's fine. He's like, what if I draw this rickety line that...
That corner to that
Yeah,
corner?
Yeah, you can sharpshooter him. I mean, he's got cover, but you ignore it. with
Yep.
sharpshooter.
Destil, you deleted my delicious Hadar that I've been.
Oh
meticulously
god,
keeping
that's
up.
what that button does. That's armor class 17.
17 does hit.
And that's going to be a 19 magical piercing damage.
Okay.
And
that
then
one
Scrappy
use
is
its
going to
reaction.
go up here. First, I'll restore the checkerboard form. Oh, I can't. Ugh. Lucius.
check-
You- the
Checkmate.
paradigm shift. The paradigm shift.
That's fine. I'll just stick here.
It's now,
Scrappy's going to
it's now a go formation. Okay.
And he can get to here. And then he can attack this one.
Very good.
That hits a yes.
Okay.
Is that a critical yes or just a normal yes?
Yeah, it's a critical yes. For 15 force damage.
And that's enough. This one drops to the ground. And for a moment, the creature dies and its body hits the ground. And for a moment, its tentacles and its tail continue to lash in death throes. Just kind of randomly in all directions. When they eventually just settle down, laying themselves down in front of Seeker's feet.
That's the end of our turn.
All right. It's going to bring us to Seeker.
All right, I'm going to target this area. If something comes in,
With what?
Told the Dead.
The Toll the Dead. Okay.
Told the Algol.
Florian.
I need to come up with terminology.
I am going to cast Ray of Frost because I can't use Magic Missile because I need to be able to see the creature. So Ray of Frost on this square.
On that square.
There might be a creature there.
Okay.
So disadvantage. That is a 19.
That hits.
Maybe. 4. 13 frost damage.
And you see the frost arc around the invisible creature that is in fact standing there. And the thing moves and shakes in pain before the frost fades away. Would you like to move or stay put?
I'm good.
Good. All right. Time for the cats.
Yeah.
Hey, Florian, you've got an hour. Go ahead and give me an algorithm to determine if player characters are in a checkerboard formation.
I think I could do that one. That one. Yeah.
Would it require a change of pants?
Florian, we're starting with you.
Sure.
I have an 11 to hit.
Nope.
Florian, we are continuing with you.
No. No.
Ugh.
What happened to smoking us out?
Wait,
That
what?
was a better
That was before you stand in the doorway casting Ray of Frost everywhere.
everywhere.
I have a 12 to hit.
No.
Seeker, I believe this triggers your held action.
All right, I'm gonna need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
9.
That is not gonna do it, and he is going to take. Oh God, there we go. 8 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, 11.
You can't just make up numbers.
There's a line underneath the 9.
Okay. And it's going to attack Alexander.
Yep.
What if it's a line above this?
Alex, I have a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
We're looking at 8 points of bludgeoning damage,
My temp HP.
plus 6 of slashing.
So, okay, I have to make a concentrations check against what goes through. It's half the damage or the damage plus 10?
It's half the
I've done
damage
this
or
like
10,
camp.
whichever is higher.
Half the damage or 10. Okay, I'm fine.
Okay. And number 4 here.
I have to actually take the damage.
Sure.
Lucius, how many hit points do you actually have?
5.
How many hit points does Gustavus have?
27.
Because Gus is the bigger threat, but he's also much, much harder to kill. Actually, I don't know that Gus is the bigger threat now that Lucius has figured out level 5 Eldritch Blast.
Wow.
Lucius,
Hey,
Hey.
I have an 18 to hit.
Yep, that's probably going to put him on the ground.
So we're looking at 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
You don't even roll the piercing.
Okay. So knocks
I'm
Lucius unconscious. Fortunately for you, they do not have multi-attack.
Bully.
Maybe my next pack of Displacer Beasts will. That's going to bring us to Gus.
Okay. I'm going to step here. And I'm going to get in that hunger of Hadar, where you
I
belong.
think hunger's gone.
Oh, it
Yeah,
is.
it's down. It's gone with me.
So this time when it gets accidentally erased, we can just leave it gone.
We can just leave it.
All right.
Yeah.
I could just do that.
No more
Alright.
calming, soothing, slurping noises for Gus.
I got a 10 to hit.
10 does not hit.
I got a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
And I got a 10 to hit.
Only the 15.
All right, that is 6. No, yeah, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And are we moving or staying put?
I'm gonna stay right here.
Step away for
Lucius.
just a sec. Oh, well, let me do this death save before I step away then.
Yeah, hurt and fail your death save.
Nope. Pass.
Very good. It's going to bring us to Alexander.
Just go ahead and take a sharpshooter shot on that one.
Okay.
That'll hit an armor class of 15.
That does hit.
That explodes. That is 40 magical piercing damage.
That's enough. And the
See if we
thing
can't
dies
Florian some help here.
very violently.
Another sharpshooter shot. Hits 12 on armor class.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
We need guns in all of our campaigns.
Move to here. Let's have Scrappy come up. Take attack on that one.
Okay.
That's a 12 again.
12 does not hit.
Yep. That's the end of our turns.
So he doesn't even get to use his reaction because he's just absolutely dead. That's going to bring us to Seeker.
All right, Seeker is going to use Ray of Frost on this one right here.
Okay.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
4. Ten cold damage.
Okay, and are you moving or staying put?
Seeker is going to stay put.
Florian,
Hello.
you are doubly vexed at the moment.
Well, I mean, being doubly vexed means I'm just vexed still. Gonna
Yeah, it's
magic
like
missile at a second level spell slot.
Okay.
Yep.
Since I can see him, yay! That is
That's a big missile. Well, you got a 1 in there.
16.
16. Quite a lot of damage, and he vanishes.
Are you sure about that? Are you're sure that he vanishes?
Uses his reaction upon taking
He
damage.
doesn't die.
He doesn't die.
I think this is about to go real bad for us, Gus.
These are pretty tough creatures.
Yeah.
If you had hit both of them, you could have then run over here with us. Because they wouldn't have had a reaction.
Oh, they don't have a reaction, huh?
This one does.
That one does. That's all right. Still gonna be not great for us.
So, is that it for Florian?
Yep.
All right.
I mean, you can move closer. I mean, they're still.
Well, wouldn't they get
they're
their-
still-
Won't they get the reaction back on their turn?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, right now. Okay.
This one reappears and attacks you with advantage.
This is why I fail engineering tests.
I have a 20 to hit. I'm sorry, no, an
Yeah.
18. I gave him too much of a bonus.
Yep.
So we're looking at 5 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
plus 5 of slashing from the tentacles.
Okay.
And
Roll concentration.
my other one here, oh yeah, concentration. You're concentrating on what? Haste?
Haste.
Haste.
Nope. It's
No. So would you like to
Poor
tell
Gus.
Gus what happens when haste ends?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure Gus is aware of what happens at this point.
Yeah, I skipped my next turn basically.
How close were you to making that roll?
That's a 5, and I add my con.
You needed a
1,
10
6. I
or
needed
better.
a 4. I was 4 away.
Like, what are the odds of you making it? Sorry.
I need to roll a 10, and I got a 6.
Go ahead and take my last 2 blips.
You can't spend 2 blips to make him reroll. Only on your own
Oh.
rerolls.
But I can spend 2 blips to make my reroll.
You can. You sure can, buddy.
Yay, there we go. Spell's still going.
All right.
Thank you for reminding me I have blips. That's way better. So haste is still going.
Okay, so that was
But-
this guy's attack. This guy hasn't
like-
attacked yet.
Right.
It was 21 to hit.
See, I can't even use shield to knock that down.
Ooh, big damage. It's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 3 points of slashing.
Okay.
DC 10.
That is 10 on the money.
Okay.
Florian, I believe in you.
It's alright. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
It's fine.
Lucius.
Can Scrappy
God's
take a
sake.
swipe at him?
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it's my turn.
No, it's not. I have one more
Oh.
cat.
Oh, you're on attack, Lucius. Got you. Okay.
Yes. He's leaving Scrappy's threat range to go down there, though. Because he's not bamfing down there, he's just jumping down.
That hits an armor class of 16.
That's
Or,
good.
sorry, 11.
11.
No, missed.
11
Yeah.
misses.
Go ahead and mark 2 death failures.
Yeah, go ahead and mark 2 death failures.
Yeah.
As the thing lashes out with its tentacles at you. And that's going to bring us to Gus.
Gus is gonna yell at Alex to get Lucius back up, and then he's gonna walk
Here's
over
the
here.
problem.
Well, you're going to leave this thing's threat range before you do.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's going to hit a 14.
No. Okay. I'm going to. Which one of these two has more damage on it? This is the one you've been magic missiling in the face.
This one's
so
very badly bloodied. This one's still got some gas in the tank.
I'm going to. Let's see. That is the one to my top. That is a 19 to hit
That's good.
with a booming blade. So that is 11 bludgeoning, and
That's enough.
Oh.
As it is
okay.
once again hammer time.
Okay, and then I'm going to walk down here, and I'm going to hit this one with a regular attack.
Okay.
That is 17 to hit.
Does hit.
That is max damage, which is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Not bad.
Uh-huh.
And is that it for Gus?
Is he not vanishing away?
Oh, yes, he is. Thanks for reminding me.
Yes. Okay. Good. That's enough. Gus is done, and now
Okay.
he has used his reaction.
Lucius.
I've got like one more round of haste. We need to wrap this up.
So that's a 7.
So yeah, I have no blips personally.
As far as I
Use
can
them all
tell,
to get out.
Florian has 4 and Seeker has 6 is what I'm looking
I
at.
do have 4. Yeah, let's give, what's his name? A 20.
Oh, 20.
It's not a 20, it's just a success.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll make him succeed.
I like how Seeker's like, no, fuck up, they're
I guess-
mine.
I was that way last time, so I
So
can-
Lucius is sitting at 2 successes and 2 fails right now.
Yep.
That's going to bring us
Please don't let
to
that happen again.
Alex.
Yep, go ahead and get 12 magical healing. As
you.
Alex pulls a regent out of his pack and splashes it over your wounds.
Now listen, you're a good friend for doing that, and we all appreciate it. But it would have been way funny if you had healed Scrappy instead.
Scrappy's pretty much full. Hi, buddy. Scrappy takes an attack and hits an armor class of 14.
14 will hit.
For 9 force damage.
And that's enough. That one is dropped.
That's the end of... actually, I got Scrappy can move to repose himself in front of Lucius, and that's the end of our turns.
Seeker.
All right. So one of them disappeared from like here.
Yeah, in that square.
From there-ish.
All right.
And as Alexander is frantically reloading his gun, he yells out, "That's it, I'm tapped. No more regions."
I'm going to target that general area. If the guy comes back in, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. Florian.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's smash a Ray of Frost right where I last saw him.
Sure. Roll that at disadvantage.
Smash that Ray of Frost button.
And click that bell.
That is a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, cool. 7 chili damage.
Is it spicy chili or?
And yes, again, you can see the ray of frost forming around the creature's skin. And then evaporating away. Moving or
Isn't
staying
it more of
put?
a cool ranch?
Does that brief moment
Florian.
of visibility trigger the held reaction? Oh.
Okay, so you're moving. So no more checkerboard. We're just going.
It's just score.
It's now.
I haven't forgotten any displacer beasts that have gone invisible other than this one, right?
It's now a Tetris block. That's going to bring us to my displacer beast. That's going to trigger Seeker's held action.
All right, that's a Wisdom saving throw.
They've been killing these today.
Yeah, they've been knocking.
Not this one. 5.
Oh yeah.
That is going to take 11 necrotic damage.
And that's enough.
And the haste wears off, and Gus falls face first onto the floor.
Right on top of Lucius.
What's next?
Gus falls on top of Lucius. Lucius is. Oh wait, no, he's on here. Never mind. For some reason, I thought Badger was Lucius.
I wish I was that cool.
What's next?
Yeah, I'm out.
Lucius kind of pulls himself up to a sitting position, puts his back against the wall, looks at the rest of his friends and says, "We've really got to stop doing this."
I'm going to order Scrappy to come over here and stand guard, and I'm going to climb up and take a look inside these... Can I get this door open?
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
kennel
go over
doors?
with Alexander.
Examining the kennel doors, it looks like they should slide upwards, kind of like a portcullis. But are you actually interacting with it or just looking at it?
I'm checking for traps first,
Okay, by interacting with it or by just looking at it?
by looking at it.
Okay, go ahead and make that investigation check.
Light up a cigarette. It's investigation of 14.
Not only do you not see any trap mechanisms, you're not sure you see any opening mechanisms.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, like looking around, the wood doesn't seem to be embedded in a track along the sides of the walls. You're not even sure how this is supposed to open. It looks like a portcullis, but it looks like it's just solid in the door frame.
Alright, well, I don't see a way to open this. I'm hoping there's nothing important in there. I think we gotta get back to the entrance.
You hear Gus in the face down in the cobble or whatever stone. He's
Alex.
like, "What about the little girl?"
Alex, before you leave.
Yeah.
Let's. I'm just going. Secret's going to try the word that has been opening up the doors in the area, just to see if it opens up these.
And it does not.
Okay.
The wooden kennel doors do not open.
Look, I need at least an hour to dust off my wounds. I'm pretty sure everybody else does too.
Yes.
And I'm completely tapped on healing or any other powerful reagents.
So where are we going?
My vote's to head back up to the surface and take a short rest.
And how are we getting there?
I'm going to hang back, and I'm going to be using my action each round to cast, not to cast, but to concentrate on detect thoughts to see if I can catch anything trying to sneak up on us.
Okay.
So let me know if
Putting,
there's anything within 30
Coming
feet.
down
keeping Scrappy
this
in front.
ledge, you come to where it dead ends, but there is a heavy oak door, the kind you've seen throughout this complex in the south wall here.
Hmm.
Let's head up to the service. We'll check that next.
Is there anybody in the room?
You can't tell because the door's solid.
I was asking Seeker.
Seeker's too
I'm
far away
going
right
to
now.
check in just a second. Yeah, and I'll come up to the door and check on the other side with detect thoughts. Anything
Nope.
within 30 feet?
Nope. No coherent thoughts on the other side of that door.
I'll say I don't sense anything.
That was a very specific answer, so I think we should go back up to the surface.
Wait, are you Seeker or are you Sensor?
Sensor with a C?
Can we just like rest in this room because there's beer in here?
I'm back.
No.
Florian, they abandoned you.
That's fine. I'm kind of mad at
And
them.
I'm of a mind because I don't. What's the difference between stopping here and going up to the ladder?
That's fine with me. Does somebody want to put an alarm in the entrance?
Probably the most defensible place in this
I'll
part
put
of
up
the
an
area.
alarm.
All right. Well, he's putting up an alarm. I'm going to hammer the dents out of Scrappy.
Okay. So you guys are taking a short rest?
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. First, I have to cast a mending, but it takes less time than the alarm.
Okay. Nobody takes the benefits of anything yet.
Okay.
Very well.
30 or 40 minutes as you guys are binding your wounds and mending your robots, and I don't even want to... Gus has drunk all the beer at this point. You hear faintly voices from this direction down the hallway that sound like they're coming from the top of the ladder. And Lucius, make me a perception check. Let's see if you can make out what they're saying through this door and through that distance.
20.
20. So the man is not shouting, but definitely calling. Like calling over some distance. And through the door and the distance to the ladder and then the distance up the ladder, it's pretty far away, but you can make out what he says. In common, he shouts, "The tip was good. There's bodies. Something's happened."
Lucius holds up a finger to his lips and kind of leans up against the door.
So what's the alarm situation right now?
There is an alarm right over here.
Are you drawing it or are you drawing it? Okay. I'm assuming Seeker's actually in this room?
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing special with this door then. It's just closed.
Yeah, it's just closed.
So yeah, that's what you hear, Lucius.
Yeah, Lucius gets the attention of the others, puts his fingers to his lips.
What is speed
And
red?
then whispers to Seeker, who's the closest. Somebody up there. Talking about the bodies that are down to the bottom of the ladder.
Well, let me know if they get down here. I'm taking a nap until then.
And Lucius, a few moments later, you do hear descending down the ladder. Sounds like multiple people coming down and talking amongst themselves. They express surprise that there's a light down here. There's a lit torch. Good Lord, what's happened to its head? And it sounds like they're turning over and rooting through and examining the bodies on the other side of this door. Make me another perception check.
Six.
Between the speed at which you hear movement and bodies being moved and shuffled, and you hear a couple of distinct voices, you think, but you're not sure. It's just you've got this heavy-ass door between you and them. More than one person. That's all you get with a 6.
and I'll pass that on to the others.
Can you crack the door a bit and get a better look? Maybe Seeker, who I think is the quietest of us.
You could do it, but anybody looking down the hallway would see the door opening. There wouldn't be a way to hide that you're doing it.
My recommendation is we just hope that they're going to take more than 20 more minutes to toss those bodies, and try to finish our rest.
Okay. Seeker. Literally 2 nanoseconds after you say that, Lucius hears a voice from the other side of the door. I want somebody on that door. And you hear footfalls coming down the hallway towards you.
Alright, I think now is the point where we just announced that we're here. What do you think, guys?
Yeah.
And
Probably the
Seeker
moss
will-
caps could be the black cloaks.
Seeker will come up and kind of hit their side of the door and say, "Hello, is someone over there?"
Before you have a chance to knock on it, just in response to to shout, just in response to your knock, the voice on the other side, maybe 10 feet away from the door, calls out, "Who's there? Identify yourselves."
We're Flumph Inc. We're a detective agency.
Florian casts invisibility on himself.
Okay. Seeker, on the other side of the door, the voice booms out with some authority. It's a man speaking. It says, "In the name of the king, you are trespassing on the crown's private property. State your business here."
We're in hot pursuit of a cult of demon worshippers in the area. You may have heard that we...
destroy the city.
They're trying to destroy the city. You may have heard that we prevented them from doing so a couple weeks back.
Also, we called the tip in.
I'm going to open the door now. Don't shoot.
Very
I thought
well.
your guy said we'd have a day.
Yeah, well, apparently someone didn't get the memo. I'm gonna open up the door.
And on the other side of the door, there are 2 men standing here. And you can see either 3 or 4 more, you're not certain, because you can't see the full room behind you, that are currently looking over the bodies. These 3, the men back here, are moss caps. These 2 men are black jackets. And they look none too happy to see any of you. The men at the entrance, did you kill them?
And the Seeker will nod. So they attacked us.
Self-defense.
And the other one asks, on what authority do you have to mete out the king's justice inside the city walls?
We were trying to find a little girl who had disappeared in the area. And then we were attacked by these men while searching for her. We told them we were looking for her, but they just attacked us in response.
Seeker, you seem to have one of the men's undivided attention as the other one starts to step into the room towards Scrappy. Does Scrappy make any move to stop him?
No. But Scrappy also won't. Scrappy will follow him once he gets into the room.
Okay, he steps into the room and starts taking stock of who all's in here. Seeker, this one continues asking you questions about why you're here, what you're doing, why you killed these guys, why that guy doesn't have a head. Just very briefly, are you lying to him? Are you trying to keep anything back?
No. Just because, however, these guys haven't... I don't want to blow my contact.
Mm-hmm.
Say that we have been, like, looking for this girl. We got attacked. They have spellcasters in the area, so make sure to step carefully.
Make a wisdom check, Seeker.
That is an 18.
So, you had to establish this new contact, and you did not have a lot of time to do so, as I recall. You had to do this inside the span of 1 day.
Yeah.
Finding a moss cap that you could... Here's the thing. These guys aren't moss caps. This is Hawthorne House.
Right.
There's no way that the guys you sent up the river, your like little... that has triggered a Hawthorne investigation this quickly. This has nothing to do with your contact. Unless your contact is much, much more important than you thought.
That Seeker kind of starts putting this together in his head,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to start trying to get out from them why they're here, like, but not by like asking them flat out.
Yeah.
But, like, by giving them different pieces of what's been going on and seeing what they're most interested in.
And they give you nothing in response. Anytime he senses you're trying to get information out of him, he quickly redirects back to why you all are about to be thrown in jail for life. Maybe not quite that far just yet. This guy in the room, though, if you'll bear with me a moment. He looks around, and he sees Alexander's holding a gun, and Gus has like 40 different kinds of weapons, and Lucius is literally a magic tail demon, and there's a robot badger in the room.
Yeah, we're pretty crazy.
He says, I will at this point be administering pixie powder into this room. Are there any objections to that?
No.
Gus
No?
laughs and says, "Nope, none at all."
He says, if any of you are hiding, now's the time to reveal yourselves. It will go better for you that way.
Man.
And he reaches into his sack.
Gus is just laughing.
Florian, what do you
It
do?
was a valiant effort, Florian.
Is this door open?
And there's an alarm on the other side.
There's a,
So he doesn't see you drop your invisibility. He just sees the door open and then the alarm goes off. No, it's
Yeah,
not locked or
Florian-
anything, unless you guys relocked it.
Florian sighs and drops the invisibility.
And
It's nonsense.
the man's not surprised at all. He takes his hand out of his pouch of pixie powder. And he looks at you and he says that the crown appreciates that you didn't make him waste the king's materials.
Florian.
Then he asks to see all of your credentials as magic users.
Yep.
And yep.
And also, I won't even like make him ask. I will also, in addition to my patch, give him my gunpowder license.
Okay. Lucius and Florian.
Mhm.
Actually, no, just Florian, I think. Let me double check this.
Mhm.
Yeah, just Florian. Your membership in the Signers Guild is contingent on you being a servant of the crown in good standing.
Correct.
You've been caught trespassing, and you are now a suspect in the murder of multiple people, one of which his head has been completely blown off. So the one in the room, the one that was about to throw pixie powder in your direction, starts asking you all kinds of questions about your Signers Guild credentials. Who you report to, what sort of jobs you've done, what sort of things you've overseen, whether you understand that if found guilty of these crimes, even an accusation might be enough to strip you of your membership in the guild. If you're aware of all of this, he just wants to make sure you know what's going on. He opened the doors and fucking bolts. I should have stayed invisible.
Should
Should have gone home.
Yeah. Florian says something along the lines of that he acknowledges the perceived truth of this. You know, not moss caps. What are they?
These are black
Hawthorne
jackets.
House.
Is black jackets?
So Hawthorne House is one of the guilds. They are basically magic detectives. When magic shit goes down, they get called out to investigate. You'd seen them once before when the man was flayed out at Broken Wall.
Yeah. Florian says that he acknowledges the perceived truth of what they think has happened here.
And just to clarify, he says by perceived truth, you mean the king's truth, correct?
One of many truths.
don't seem to have impressed him much, and he looks like he's
Gu-
losing his patience.
Gus raises his hand and says, "Don't mind him. He's from Blue Worm."
I didn't ask you anything, sir. Stand down. Better yet, what's in those barrels behind you?
I don't. Well, water. I think water and beer, and one of them's empty. I don't know. They're not our barrels.
He reaches over and puts his hand on Scrappy's shoulder. Says, "Who owns the apparatus?
Me.
Is it dismissible?
No.
Can it be rendered inert?
Nope.
How can I be sure that when my man comes in here and we begin to ask you questions, that this apparatus means us no harm?"
Same reason you can be sure we mean you no harm. He's intelligent. He understands what you're saying.
Actually, I might retcon the last 60 seconds. I'm gonna have to look up Scrappy's stat block again. I should actually just, like, snap a picture of this on my phone so I just have access to it really easily. Or at least put a bookmark in the book so I know what page it's on. I do want to sit down and read this book. I just have not had time to do it. Because even if I never run an Eberron game, I do really enjoy reading D&D setting books.
Why don't you put down that D&D book now and pick up the good book?
He's already read Planescape.
Listen, remember the rule. No politics, no religion. What are you talking about?
Why do you think none of us
I
are
meant Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's a pretty good book. I went through Dance with Dragon on audiobooks recently. Okay, so Scrappy doesn't have... he doesn't have, like, anti-magic susceptibility or anything like that?
No.
Okay, that's
It's a living creature. It's a living construct.
Because I would rule that if they could be disabled with stuff like Dispel Magic or Anti-Magic or whatever, that the Black Jackets would know that.
Mm-hmm.
But since it's not the case with Scrappy... He tells you, Alex, to order your apparatus out of the room while they question you.
Sure.
And he points to the door that Florian is standing next to.
Just a warning, this will probably trigger an alarm.
He asks who's maintaining the alarm, or who set it up.
Seeker raises a hand.
Actually, I don't think the alarm's not something you can just drop either.
No, that's why I was warning him.
Just a light tinkle. Don't worry.
So yeah, Scrappy triggers the alarm. Whatever horrible thing that sounds like. He bids Florian to close the door, and then invites everybody to sit down here at the table with the two men.
Florian gives an equally unimpressed look and closes the door.
The door with no hinges.
No, we fixed that.
They've rebuilt it. So, there's 4 pieces of information that you guys have revealed to them. And right now, you are trespassers, you are murder suspects, Florian, and maybe Gus too, because Cobblestone Wizards kind of doesn't count. Florian might have his license on the line. So the 4 pieces of information that I picked up on. First, they're very suddenly very interested in Flumph Inc. They've never heard of you. They assure you the Crown has never heard of you. Who are you? What's your job? What does this organization do? Where do you operate out of? Are we answering all these questions truthfully?
I mean, if that's information they could get with a cursory investigation, so I don't see any reason to lie about any of that.
Yeah.
No, speaking of
the
the
only-
truth, because, I mean, they could go ask anyone. We stopped that big explosion.
Yeah, and that would during these lines of questioning, Alex will route them towards the things we've done in the past to deal with the flying pig, and also having we've actually turned most of the people that we've gotten in these investigations over to the moss caps.
Okay, so the first thing I want from you guys is, do you want one of the 5 of you to kind of take the lead in answering these questions, kind of speaking for the group?
Yes.
And who's that going to be?
Not Florian.
I think I will do it.
So
Can I covertly give him a cigarette?
no, they would definitely know. I mean, they might not object.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably ask what it is, because it's not a normal cigarette.
Yeah. It's alchemically treated just to calm his nerves. It's been a rough couple hours.
Here's
and
the
I'll-
problem, Lucius.
I've had the shit beaten out of me.
These guys are skilled interrogators, And they are going to try to not let you speak for the group. They're going to try to fastball questions around in all different directions. So I need a charisma check from you so you can take control and kind of guide this conversation back to you to make sure you're the one giving the answers.
Can I give him a guidance on that?
You can if you pass a deception check, because you told him it's to calm his nerves.
What am I doing? A persuasion check?
No, charisma. Just straight charisma.
Okay.
I'll spend my last 2 blips to re-roll that.
Okay.
This one's gone. Nope.
So yeah, when he does not buy that the cigarette is to calm his nerves and does not allow you to hand it over. So Lucius.
Okay.
Okay.
Charisma check with no cigarette.
Well, I'm going to smoke it myself.
18.
No
18.
point letting it go to waste.
So Lucius, you do manage to kind of become the face of the group. So you answer all these questions truthfully about Flumph Inc. to start with.
Yep. Yes.
Here's the second sticking point that's going to be a bigger problem for you, is you guys have claimed that these men are dead because of self-defense. Here's the problem with that. These guys are like run-of-the-mill street thugs, most of them. One of them, his head has been completely blown up. The other one have bad injuries, all necrotic damage and cold damage, and clearly magical in nature. Their perception is you guys are powerful spellcasters. These guys are just street toughs. This is clearly not self-defense. So you're going to have to convince them that it is. So that's going to be a persuasion check for Lucius at disadvantage.
Can I aid him by mentioning something?
You can, but then Lucius is going to lose the ability to control the conversation because you're jumping back in.
Okay. I mean, my bonus is pretty beefy, so it just depends on what I roll. Ooh, 16.
16. The third thing you mentioned is that you were pursuing a little girl, and they want a lot more information. Who is this little girl? So I think the first thing is they want her name.
Seeker, you brought the paperwork, right?
Yeah. That she signed. She only signed it with an X. She didn't know how to sign her name. But I'll bring it out.
Okay, one of them examines while the other one asks Lucius for the second time now, what's her name?
Well,
I don't remember. It's been too long.
She introduced herself originally as Kana Khan.
Yeah. Then yeah, we'll say her name is Kana Khan.
And the two men kind of exchange glances as one of them's looking over. What's his paperwork he's looking over? This contract?
We made a contract that we would essentially Seeker wrote it up saying we would defend her against the flying pig, that we would protect her in exchange for her giving us a set of illusioned clothing. It was basically just a bunch of stuff to make her feel better about us, like, having her back.
Did it mention the evil Vecna hand at all?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Neither of them seem to recognize the girl's name. So they ask a lot of questions like, how did you come into contact with? She came to you for protection. And they start fishing around about that.
Mm-hmm.
At any point during the conversation, are you going to tell them about the evil hand?
No.
Okay, roll a deception check.
Seriously? Anybody have? I can't. That's an 8.
It's an 8?
Yeah.
The last thing you guys mentioned is that you were pursuing the activities of this cult of demon hunters, and you mentioned the flying pig specifically.
Mhm.
And they ask all kinds of questions about that. Do you leave anything out about your previous contact with this entity?
I don't see why not.
So the various murders that he's committed, trying to contact the people you know that he's tried to contact and
Yeah.
take under his wing.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see that. I don't see why that's privileged information.
Make a persuasion check.
You're looking at a 23.
Okay. The contract seeker that you handed over. What did she... So you guys got the illusioned clothing and she got Defense of the Flying Pig. That was the transaction?
Yes.
He asks if
Yep.
you're able to produce this clothing.
And Seeker nods, takes it out because he did bring it.
Okay. He looks it over. He asks you why you would accept this as payment. Because a minute ago you told him that you were a group of private detectives that lived on a boat.
We were, to be honest, I was concerned about the little girl's safety, and I didn't think she would trust us if she didn't think we were getting something out of the deal.
He hands the clothing back to you. About this time, one of the moss caps comes into the room, and he just there's nothing on these men. There's no identifying marks. They don't seem to have any money. What did you guys do with all their weapons?
I think we just let them
Yeah.
lie. I think.
I would have stuffed them all in the bag of holding this morning after I made it.
Okay, so the moss cap says that. It says we didn't find any of their weapons. So the question now becomes:
I'm carrying them, and I'll empty out the bag of holding, which at this point we'll just have the stuff we took from them, not the alcohol, just the weapons.
okay. So the little girl, you followed her to this place.
Yes. Then she vanished, so we came down here trying to find her. And that's when all of this, and then that's when this unpleasantness happened. And Lucius nods toward the entryway where the bodies are.
They tell the
We
moss
know
cap.
she's not-
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, we know she's not in the immediate area because we attempted to locate an object that we had given her, and she wasn't there.
They tell the moss cap to stay in the room with you while they step outside to converse for a moment. One of them closes the door. Moss cap looks kind of nervous. He saw what happened to that guy's head.
Lucius smiles jovially.
He doesn't say anything. He's just standing guard.
Can I get one of those cigarettes, Alexander?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll
It's been a day.
put a cigarette in your mouth and light it.
Thank you.
Are you
Well,
doing
thank
anything
you
or
guys.
just smoking?
What's that?
Florian, are you doing anything with the cigarette? Like any action or just
No.
smoking it?
No, he's just smoking it.
Or is anybody doing anything in the next 10 or 15 minutes or so?
Seeker is going to try to catch up the guard in conversation.
Okay.
Can Gus finish his short rest?
No, your short rest has been interrupted by this interrogation.
Hmm.
Do you want to fight these guys now?
Gus is gonna lay his head on the table and take a short nap.
Alex
moss-
sits down next to Gus. God damn it. You know, like, it bothers me when Vandalay takes a case from us. Like, you expect that. But goddamn Hawthorne House?
It is a little irritating, yes.
They're punching it way under their pay grade.
Seeker, the Muscat
Yeah.
does not engage you in conversation. He dodges your questions. You can tell he's very nervous about being the only man in this room with you guys. And after 10 or 15 minutes, the two blackjackets come back in. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. You'll choose one from amongst your number. Send with us tonight. The rest of you can go back to your barge, rest up. We'll send somebody around tomorrow to question you some more about this so-called cult. If you vanish, any of the four of you, if your barge sets sail, if you can't be found tomorrow, you forfeit the freedom of your man. Is that understood?
Lucius laughs at the thought of, that's really. I'd really like to see that thing on the open ocean.
So Lucius is laughing.
No, strike that.
Okay, non-cipher
Secret.
bonus.
Seeker will stand up and say, "I'll go."
No,
You
no.
sure?
Let me go.
It's fine,
No.
Gus. Don't worry.
What about the
Gustavus, no.
girl? We've forgotten the girl in all of this. It's the whole reason why we've come down here.
You told them that the girl vanished, that you've lost her. She's not in the area. You searched it, you didn't find her, you tried magic to locate object. They tell you the girl is of no importance. They're more interested in this demon cult. So they
Respectfully, I disagree.
Your disagreement
But-
is noted.
And that we will quit this place under protest. I want that noted.
So Seeker is volunteering to go, and Gus is trying to prevent him from going?
I mean, Gus is trying to volunteer. Like, he'll arm wrestle Seeker if he has to.
So-
I mean, I'm not arm wrestling for it. I just got up.
So between the two of you, you're going to have to decide.
I mean, Alex will just look. It should be me or Lucius, because either of us, one of our dads would kick us. It would spring us if things aren't too bad.
I just assumed you could go talk to them right now.
They ask who your father is.
The ambassador to Deep Murksif.
They look at each other, and they look back at you. Says, very well, we'll take you.
Should I give my equipment to my companions?
They say under the circumstances, you should surrender to them. Considering you have this crazy contraption that shoots explosions.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll warn them not to screw with it, like for your own safety, and I'll hand over my alchemist's kit. I'll stuff most of my equipment aside from the gun into the bag of holding and give them that.
Okay. They ask the rest of you whether the apparatus will be of danger if it follows you back.
No, I don't think so.
The badger.
What does
Yeah,
happen? What does happen to Scrappy if you abandon
I
him?
ordered Scrappy to follow Seeker.
Okay.
Give him a standing order.
Seeker runs as fast as he can to see how fast the badger can run.
The badger's like almost twice as fast as Seeker.
Seeker gets onto the badger and then leans a little bit forward so the badger carries him.
He's got a back saddle.
So Alex, you're going with them, and you're not resisting at all?
No.
Okay, so here's what happens to you over the next couple of hours. Is you're taking back up to the White Hart district. You're stripped of your equipment and everything. You're put into some just standard prisoner's garb. You're given a not like a Chateau d'If cell, but also not exactly a prison holding befitting a man of your standing. But you are placed into a cell. And you're told what's going to happen is that they're going to put the investigation together on their end. They're going to select the right men from Hawthorne House to pursue it. That they're going to send someone out to Flumph Inc. tomorrow. And that your companions will be instructed to compile all of the information and evidence that they have against this flying pig. If Hawthorne House is convinced that you've cooperated, which up until now it seems like you have in every respect, they're not sure that they trust the big guy at all, the Sniper Joe. He seems a little sketchy.
That's fair.
That's cobblestone for you.
So what's your demeanor through this process as you're kind of taken in and processed and your gear is taken from you?
I'm mostly bored, honestly.
So some of the guards you're taking down, obviously not blackjackets at this point, just standard jailers. There's a turnkey, puts you in through your door of your cell. You seem very confident in your friends that they'll do the right thing by you.
Well, they've had my back before.
He shakes his head.
Right.
Not
So-
me. If it were me, I'd leave you out to dry. I'd escape town.
So wait, how much information does an average jailer know about this case?
Nothing. He just knows that you were brought in.
Oh,
And
okay.
this is kind of standard operating procedure sometimes for the blackjackets.
Yeah, you guys should probably work on your information security at some point.
The other four of you. So you're skipping town, right?
No.
You're fucking out of here.
It's Scrappy. Scrappy can carry. Scrappy's got 40 feet of movement. Is immune to exhaustion, Seeker.
That's all well and good, but no, we're not leaving town.
We're relocated the campaign to Kiska, and Destil can roll up a new character. All right. So yeah, you guys are instructed to go back to your barge to compile all of the data and evidence. You seem to have bought quite a bit of goodwill during the interrogation. They seemed satisfied with most of your answers.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to suspect that they think Seeker just wanted this illusion dress for himself. Because that part of the interrogation didn't go so hot.
Yeah.
Hey man, Seeker will play it up.
But yeah, you're supposed to go back, compile all of your information that you have on the flying pig. They're going to send an inspector around tomorrow to talk to you.
Okay.
If they like what they hear, they are willing to chalk this all up to self-defense, just like you say. They will return Alexander.
Haven't we reported several of the flying pig incidents to the moss caps?
I have a question.
Sure. What's your question?
Do we still have control of the case? Do we still get to investigate this case? Or are they taking it over?
No, absolutely not.
Good.
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
kind of.
I mean,
Excellent.
you're.
Good.
I mean, so they don't really have authority to take it away from you. There's not really much they can do if you continue, like, as long as you're not overtly breaking laws. But you're on their radar now.
Oh,
And it's going to be difficult to convince them that a case of this magnitude that you're accepting as payment an illusioned dress. It's probably fair to assume, for their part, it's probably safe to assume that they know you have more skin in this game than you've let on.
Florian
I
can
mean,
work.
so I'll just point out to you guys that in terms of, let me find the tab here. Right now we currently, my ledgers are still back there. So, you have the information of the various people who are been paying us to work on the flying pig case, if that helps you at all.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
I'm sending out
let's-
some letters.
Let's
Okay.
take a quick break so I can take my dogs back outside one more time. Take about 10 minutes. I'll be right back, and we
Okay.
will. So then something really bad is going to happen.